like that.
So I guess we could get started. I just want to give a quick little intro to Kat, who's going to be our masterclass host tonight. Kat is also a Power Haus Women member, but she is extremely well versed on Facebook and Instagram ads. She actually does this as her little side hustle. She's an advertising manager, and she previously worked at Studio McGee prior to doing real estate. So she knows what she's doing, and I'm so excited. We're all so excited um, to learn from her today. So,
Right.
Kat, I will give you the floor.
Okay, perfect. Hi, guys. I'm excited for this. I know Instagram and Facebook are so much fun and can be so scary to advertise on because Meta as a platform is very confusing. So I'm gonna try and give you guys like a basic understanding of how to get started as like a small business owner. So let me get my slides to share next. So the basic requirements to get started on advertising would be to make sure you have a business page that is connected to your Instagram and make sure that they share the same name so people don't get confused. And then after you connect your Instagram account to the back of your business manager, you'll want to make sure that you have an ads manager account. An ads manager is where you can simultaneously advertise on all Meta platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, in-feed articles, and it will help you have cookies so that your ad can follow the people that were interested. And then obviously you'll need like debit credit card for payment and content with basic knowledge of graphics. So method one, how I would get started is Instagram boosted ads. The easiest way is obviously you all are looking at your insights in your phone, so you know what posts are engaging the most. And we all know video, 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 and carousel obviously usually get the most engagement because people have to slide on a carousel to see more of it, or people have to watch the video to engage with it. So I would start with a video or a carousel and not a static post. I tried to put an example of that here. And you'll need, in order to even boost a post on Instagram, you will need to have a business manager account so that Meta can track your insights. One sec. So the steps are, you're going to find that post, you're going to choose your goal. So visiting your profile is going to be like brand awareness, get to know me, who am I, why would you use me? Visit your website is going to be a product or service. So for realtors, it's going to be like the link to your listing, the link to your open house so they can see more. Message you is going to be like, this is what I offer. Do you guys have questions? Let me be your resource for questions. So you'll tailor your ad to those goals before you even get to boosting your ad. And also, if you find a post that's engaging super well and it's a video, you can always change your caption before you boost a post to have a call to action. So if you have a post that you know does super well, change it to a call to action. Once you boost a post, you cannot change the caption. So even if I would not include hashtags on boosted posts, and I know most of us use hashtags, go ahead and delete those and then add a call to action and then boost it. Defining your audience is obviously one of the most important parts of advertising. You want to know who your target audience is. So there's a couple options with Instagram. They can create one for you. I would say it's more worth your money to create your own, and it's going to take trial and error. Usually you don't get results on an ad the very first time. So give yourself some patience, but creating your own, you can go in and you can choose locations. You can choose one sec. You can choose locations, you can choose interests, and you will have like a place to put special categories. So for real estate agents, you do have to click housing or your ad will not go through, and that does limit your interest. So if you put interests in before and then click housing, it will delete all the illegal ones that we're not allowed to use. And then set a budget for daily And I would set your budget based on your audience. If you have a massive audience and you're only boosting for $5 a day, you're not going to get results. They work hand in hand. So, and boosted ads are usually the best for like events. So if you're having an event or something new, you'll want to boost it for a week. And a lot of us are small business owners, realtors. So I would actually make your reach small. You want to make sure first, when you're starting advertising, that your community knows who you are, what you're doing, what you're selling in the moment. So I would say like you could start at $5 a day and make it a radius just around your immediate town and try to get your community to really be excited about what you're offering. And then after you pick the duration, you can post it. If you want to do a running ad where it's kind of it's a message ad and you want to say like, come get to know me, ask me questions, you can do run this ad until I pause it. And when you are running an existing ad for a long time, you want to run it for more than a month or you won't really see results. You're going to see a lot of junk results because Meta actually goes in for running ads until I pause it and optimizes it. If you're not getting the results that Meta thinks you deserve, they will go in and optimize it for you. So you want to leave back. But if you want to run an ad for a long time, I would say over a month, probably 3 months. So that's the Instagram boosted ads. You can also do this on Facebook. I didn't make a separate slide because it's truly the same. You would go into your Facebook posts and you would do the exact same thing, but those do not cross between each other. Instagram and Facebook boosted ads are on each platform separately. So next slide, guys. So this, I kind of talked about this, but things to consider when you're boosting a post, they increase awareness, they direct people to your website. Start with popular posts, definitely, and have high quality creatives. I would say number one thing, even before you start advertising, make sure you have a deck of high quality photos and videos that Instagram will recognize as quality. And then boosting posts, not for a long time, but boosting posts like for a week that are resonate with trends will do really well as well. And then obviously seasonal moments and events are always rewarded on Instagram. Okay, so how to find this is like method 2 is Facebook Ads Manager, which is connected to your business page. So how to find that is going to be, go to your Meta Business, you're going to click your profile in the corner and you're going to click Meta Business Suite. That will prompt you to make one if you don't have one, or it will take you to this page and then you click All Tools, Ads Manager. Do not click just ads. That's kind of another cheat way to make a boosted post, and it doesn't cross-reference between accounts and you won't get the same kind of analytics. So make sure you're clicking Ads Manager. Once you get into Ads Manager, you're gonna create one sec. Okay, what page am I on? Sorry, I got a little bit lost with my notes. Okay, step 1, you're going to create a new campaign, create. You're going to choose your objective. There are a lot of objectives that are optional. So if you want awareness, you can do awareness or engagement. It doesn't say that on Facebook, but they both kind of interchange. So if you're going to start using Ads Manager, I would recommend trying one, seeing your results, and then trying the other. Traffic is getting as many, it's not looking to convert people, it's looking to get as many people to look at your post and page as it can. And then leads can connect to WhatsApp, it can connect to Instagram Manager. You can actually, there are some platforms if you have a CRM where you can integrate your leads going straight into your CRM through Facebook. And then sales is good for any online like Shopify website. You can create a pixel within Shopify to track things. Sales would not work for something like real estate because they can't click like buy on your website and purchase the sale. And then you're gonna name so then it will prompt you to this screen where you have Oh, sorry, I thought I heard someone. And then it will prompt you to this screen where you have your campaign, your ad set, and your ad. Eventually, you can have a campaign with multiple ads and ad sets under it, and you can cross-reference them to test each other, or you can have a campaign called listings and have all your listings running under that campaign. And that also saves you money because then you're not paying $5 a day per ad, and it's optimizing the listings to pop up to people that are interested in different areas. You're going to choose your budget and also when you're doing this campaign part, there is the special category section where you will have to put if you're advertising for politics, housing, any of those special category. After that, you're going to choose your daily budget. It's the same kind of thing. You can do daily budget or you can do long-term, kind of a get to know you ad. Under ad scheduling, you want to have your audience definition in the grid. So that like makes it so you're seeing the right amount of people and you're going to actually get results. If you go too broad or you go too specific, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for.
Question.
Yes.
If you're running a campaign, like a get to know me ad, like for a realtor and say like, you just have it like on indefinitely, like what's your recommendation for like a daily budget for something like that?
So I would always start at like $5 a day. You're not going to get any results without that, but that will give you the ability to look at the analytics and then go in and change your audience or add an audience. And then I would go up from there. Once you start seeing results, I would say $15 to $20 a day will continue to get you more and more results. But you want to start small and really define your audience before you start spending a ton. And then also with Ads Manager, there's a lot of back-end optimization that you're not doing that Meta's doing on its own. And you'll see in your ad once you start it to run that it will say like there's a learning period where Facebook is learning, okay, where do we need to put this ad? You have to wait that out. And that can be like a month. So then you might not get results until the next month. It's super frustrating thing with e-commerce. I would say it's a 6 month period before you'll see, if you're doing a sales ad, you're not going to see a conversion of a sale for 6 months, usually. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, of course. So now you're going to choose your audience. There's a couple different options. You can go into the back end of Ads Manager and create audiences without creating an ad. So you can say like local neighborhood, whole town, whole state, whatever you want to, and those are accessed through saved audiences when you're using an ad, or you can create your new audience right in the ad with location, age, gender, and then languages. The trick I've learned is make sure you put English US because English all is going to capture the entire world that says they speak English. That will throw off your complete audience. And you'll get a lot of like people that have been through the airport. If you live in a big city, you'll get all the English speakers that have been through the Boston airport or the New York City airport, and you don't want those people because they're not looking to buy a house usually, or they're probably not looking to come to your boutique or come to your small business. And then you're going to choose placement. So this is where you can see all the options that Meta lets you advertise in. This one, the photo is off because it was from an ad that I was only choosing to do feeds and stories and reels. When you're running it on every single platform, you are going to have to edit your ad for every single platform. So you're going to have to go in and find the dimensions of a reel, find the dimensions of a story. And after this portion, when you click all of them, when you see the ad blow up, which is on my next slide, there's a way to edit every single placement. And then it looks the best because you want your ad to look professional and not be like, oh, you just did a square Instagram post, and then it will still show on stories and reels if you click that with like black squares above that, and that's not going to get you the results that you would like. Advantage Plus placements is again, Facebook deciding where they want to put you, which I think all of us know our businesses a lot better than Facebook, or we know our target audience. Facebook kind of uses the data that you have of your current followers, which is great, but you want to capture kind of a broader audience to bring in new business. So I would suggest doing manual placements. Okay, next. You're gonna create your ad. So this is where you'll see the ad setup, all of the photos, all of the media, all of the call to actions. Your call to action is going to be really important to what category of ad you chose. So if you are doing like a ad about like get to know me as a realtor, I'm a local, like I'm very knowledgeable, you would probably want to do learn more or contact me, not like shop now. So you'll want to go in and see all of the call to actions. Your headline is also a call to action. So the button on Instagram of learn more, and then you'll do a call to action under your headline. And then the media, obviously you edit that and then you can see a preview of everything. With tracking, it depends on what you're trying to do. So with Shopify, you would insert a pixel through Shopify. If you have a CRM with a back end of like Boomtown, Sierra, whatever for real estate, there is a way to integrate a pixel into those websites. It's either through the website itself or third-party apps, which you can usually contact the back side of your CRM and they will be able to help you with that. With something like leads or traffic, I mean, with leads, you probably want a pixel. With traffic, you don't need one. But if you're doing an e-commerce account, you definitely need a pixel, or Facebook will not be able to understand if anyone bought from your website or if they got to your add to cart or signed up for anything. I don't know what that was. Sorry. And then once you are through with your identity and you want to make sure your Instagram is connected within the ad as well, you can go ahead and publish that ad. So the factors of a successful ad, I kind of went over these a little bit, but you want a well-defined target audience. You want to go into interests, and not just interests of, is this person interested in real estate, or is this person interested in flowers? If you own a flower shop, you want to think about the type of consumer that they would be. So you're in a luxury market, you would want to do like Peloton users, Whole Foods shoppers. If there's an expensive shop in your town that you know, like all the ladies you want to come to you are shopping at, you can, if that's an option, and a lot of brand names are options of interests. You can do brand names. I would be careful of idealistic brand names, such as like luxury stores, because that brings in a lot of people that are just wanting that unattainable item. They're not in that class, because with certain specific categories, such as housing, you're not allowed to target income. If you have an e-commerce shop, you're allowed to target top percent of income in the US or top 5% of income. In special categories such as politics, real estate, you're not allowed to do that. So you kind of have to get creative about how to find your demographic. Messaging that.
I have a really quick question. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but about like the target audience, can you put interests for like Zillow, for example, like people that are like browsing Zillow?
Yes,
Right.
Zillow is one that we're allowed to. You can do Zillow with realtors. It's Zillow, Realtor.com, Realtor.com Pro.
Awesome.
Those are your the brands that we can target. And you want to do messaging that connects. You want to have a call to action, but you don't want to be salesy. You almost want to find like something that resonates emotionally, like addressing a pain point of theirs. Like, are you sick of your house, or is your are you looking to upgrade? You want to like if you sell like indestructible dog toys, a pain point for a potential customer would be like, is your furry friend constantly making a mess in your house when chewing stuff? Take a look at our indestructible toys. Like, not too salesy, not like use me, I'm the best. Also consider what the text looks like. With like, people are scrolling so fast, so you are trying to make them stop. nobody wants to read like a massive wall of text, so try to keep your copy short and like concise. Then if you have like bullet points do well. You can even use emojis as bullet points. Emojis are being rewarded a ton in text. And if you use the right emojis, Instagram can optimize. So if you used a mountain emoji and you live in the mountains and then a home emoji, they can see mountains home. And that is thanks to AI. And since there's no definitive number of words that like guarantees a successful campaign, but keep in mind mobile versus desktop experience, especially with if you're targeting an older customer, you might want to put a little bit more text. But on mobile, keep it short. People don't want to read it. And then eye-catching visuals. You want to stop the scroll again. You want your photo to be like eye-catching, whether it's like, even if you don't have, with real estate, even if you don't have the most beautiful listing, like it will still catch someone's eye. If it's like a clear, concise photo and you have the right kind of information, they're going to be like, oh, I'm interested. What does that cost? And you can change your messaging to accommodate your visual and get the result that you want. And with an ad that would be running over a long time, you want to make sure that your picture resonates with a clear picture of your brand. Also, we found that people tend to respond more to pictures of your face. So if you have a listing and you know how to use like the AI tool in Canva and crop your little photo into the side of your listing with your logo, that's going to do a ton better than just a photo of a house or a photo of your product. Or even if you're selling a product that you don't want to be the face of, get people using it, get hands in the photo, make it feel like that person, oh, I can see someone else using it, therefore I want it. Colors and contrast, never do black and white, ever. Just don't do that. Stay away from like backgrounds, plain white backgrounds, plain black backgrounds. Try to make it a photo. Facebook's already a white feed, or if you turn it on the dark mode, it's already a black feed and you don't want to blend in. They also have Facebook, it's kind of newer, but they are not rewarding text and visuals. You want to try to stay away from that. You want your text to be in your caption. Up until recently, Facebook was allowing and rewarding text and photos. Now it's kind of gone away. And that's another thing with Facebook, it's constantly changing. So your ad strategy will constantly kind of have to adjust as you go. You should be careful that your ads don't compete with each other too. So don't do a carousel of all your listings or all your products and then do an individual ad for every single product, because therefore those individual product ads are competing with your carousel ad, and then you're kind of canceling yourself out and you're wasting money. Then measurable goals. This is like I have to talk people off the ledge of, am I wasting money with advertising every day? A successful Facebook campaign is understanding of what your goals are. They can range from increase in likes, number of product purchases. You want to use the acronym SMART, so specific, what needs to be done, measurable, achievable, relevant, should it be done, does this even matter to anyone, and time bound. When does the goal have a deadline? So do you want people to come to your open house? Do you want people to come to your event? Many of the like success factors that like influence Facebook ads are actually done outside of the social media platform, as you're seeing, like the caption, the photos. But setting up a Facebook tracking pixel on your site and optimizing your landing pages for a small business or an e-commerce site would probably be one of the most important things you can do outside of the Facebook app. And setting up a quality sales funnel. So if you have a lead ad, you want to make sure your sales funnel is going correctly. And those are just some of the additional things like necessary to make a campaign successful. So that is just like a basic understanding, but I am open to questions if anyone has any questions.
That was so good, Kat. Thank you.
Yes.
I do have one question. I wrote it down. Hold on. You said if we're gonna boost posts and there's hashtags, take them out. What if you have hashtags like in the comments? Because that's usually where I put mine. Like I'll reply to a comment with hashtags. Should those be removed?
I've never seen it hurt a post, but if you have no other comments except for that, that's the first thing any new person is gonna see.
Okay.
Hashtags. So I would probably delete them for an ad.
Okay. Good to know.
If you have hashtags in the caption though, where it's like hashtag open house, you can leave those in. They won't hurt you. But just like one, like it has to make sense in the sentence.
Does anyone else have
Kelsey?
questions?
I think Kelsey had a question. Hi.
Hi, it's Kelsey. All right, I have a few questions, but do you find that hashtags still work? And how many should we be using on a post?
So it depends on your business. With with the e-commerce business, they're super helpful and it doesn't really matter the amount you're putting on them. I would say if you're selling like a product or if you're selling a service, you want to be specific and minimal. Like I would not do more than like 15. And I would try to hide them more. I would try to hide them behind stories, hide them behind things, because they throw your consumer off when advertising too, of like, oh, they make people feel like you're not like reputable. You know, when you see like a huge brand, there's no hashtags. So you kind of want to hide them, use them sparingly, but they do help. But with smaller business, you just want to be specific, make sure you do your city. And like, it doesn't matter if they have, you know, when you're typing in a hashtag and it has like 102K, those aren't really going to help you because if someone's just searching bags or something, they're not. Or like if you just do mountains, you want to do like mountain town because that would make someone, oh, they're looking for a mountain town or mountain town houses, which would only have like 7,000. So what we've talked about in our group message, the like 7 small ones, 7 big ones, that works.
Okay, that makes sense. 7 small, 7 big. Now, my other question is, so for a real estate agent, you're suggesting that we don't put like sold or just sold or leased in the graphic that's going on our feed, right?
Yeah, Facebook is hurting those. It's hard because I feel like it tells people exactly what you're doing, but I would just start, instead of putting it in the photo, put it in the caption of listed. Or if it's a video, they're not hurting text in videos, but you almost want to, if you're going to do like listed, you almost want to add that text in the reel or video on Instagram so they know it's their text.
Okay, interesting.
And then like the black backgrounds and the white backgrounds, like they hate those. They hate like, oh, they want it to be like a picture.
So you're saying black and white, so like just a plain
So like,
background,
I
or
don't-
like a filter.
yeah, or like if you cut yourself out and then you put like a black background and then you put like some text, like that would do really, really bad. But if you were advertising yourself and you took a picture of like you in front of a house, that would do a million times better.
Okay, got it.
Or like I would even get creative, like if you have a listing, go take a photo in front of your listing sign. Then you can eliminate the listed text and then there's a person in it. And so you're hitting all of the rewarding factors.
I like that one.
Any other questions?
I have a quick question. Oh. Can I go really
You go.
quick?
I'll go after you. It's Hannah.
Perfect.
Y'all go first.
I'm on my Facebook now. What I'm finding is Instagram is good for a certain demographic, right? Certain age bracket. I'm sorry, Instagram is. Facebook is good for, I feel like, a lot more variety. I mean, my aunts, uncles, they all have Facebook, right? So I was thinking, well, ads, I think would probably do good there. Do I need to create a business account in order to do an ad, or can I,
Yes.
sorry if I jumped in a little bit later, so sorry if you have to repeat this, or do I have to, can I use my personal page where I
No,
post everything?
it has to be a business account. So you can switch your personal account to a business account.
Oh,
If you
Okay.
go into Instagram, you can actually just like toggle between business and personal.
but I'm talking about Facebook.
Oh, Facebook, yes, you do need a business page and a business manager account.
Okay. And then you kind of have
And
to have
then-
like the same people try to follow you on there too, like follow your page.
Yeah, well, when you do an ads manager, they will cross between all platforms. And then when you're posting on your, so in Business Manager, when you set up a business account, you will be able to connect your Instagram to your business page. And so then when you're posting like static posts, it will go just directly to that Facebook page as well.
Yeah, I think mine's already connected there. I just need to set it up. I don't know.
And then
remember.
also with the demographic, that is it's kind of changing because I've had a lot of boosted posts on Instagram. If you are like a small business owner and you're targeting like a small area for an event, you might get someone who's a younger demographic who is talking to an older person who says like, "Oh my gosh, I saw your house listed on Facebook," or tells their mom, who their mom is constantly talking to their dad about how they're trying to buy a new house and they saw an ad in their town of something going on this Saturday. And I've actually had people like come to open houses and be like, my son, we came into town and I target Park City, even people that are traveling in. So I've had people be like, "Oh, I checked into my hotel room and my kids were on their phone and we're like, look at this condo, like it's ski in, ski out. We should go and see it on Saturday." So
Yeah.
it depends. You want to, maybe on Instagram, you want to keep your call to actions and your captions a bit younger, and on Facebook, maybe more informative, but you can
Mm-hmm.
get the same results through
Okay.
different channels. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think
Anyone?
Kelsey's had her hand raised for a minute, and then there's some questions in the chat we can read too.
Okay. She took her hand down. So I think.
Sorry, that was from before. That was from before.
No, you're
Oh.
good.
I had asked earlier, what is a pixel? If you could clarify what a pixel is for those of us.
So it's basically like a cookie. You know, when it says like accept cookies, it allows like if you have a separate website that you're trying to get people to go to or you're trying to get sales, it allows Facebook to access that data and see that people added to cart, because otherwise your website will usually block them at the point of where they enter your website. And then, so if you don't want to set up a pixel, you can just do traffic, but pixels are kind of best for like e-commerce. Unless you're trying to get leads directly into a CRM or directly into or an email sign up, then you would want a pixel as well, but it's like a cookie.
Got it.
An internet cookie, yes.
Thank you for that explanation. Better to boost a post that is brand new or older and has a lot of engagement? Hope asked this question.
I would say older because well, you can see that it's continued to have engagement. Also, if you're trying to get someone to go to your page, or you're even, a lot of the times, even if you're trying to get website clicks, people will end up going to your page as well. And you want them to see, oh, there's all this other content. There's all these other things. Like if you're doing an intro ad, you want to see, oh, they just met me in my ad. Now they're going to my page and they're seeing my listings, my reviews, everything else. You don't want them to click on your page and just see the ad just barely posted. So I would say older.
Fabulous.
Mhm.
Carly had two questions. Is boosting a post more or less effective than running an ad through Ads Manager?
It depends on what you're trying to do. Boosted posts are better for short-term goals. So like I said, like events, brand new things. So like new product just listed, you want to boost those. But you'll see engagement falls on Instagram because there's so much new content coming out. So it's kind of harder to get. But I would do, if you're going to do like a get to know you, that would be like ads manager because you want it blasted all over Facebook. You want people to know Carly's a realtor in Miami and she's super resourceful. And you also want that cookie to follow people if they click on Carly's page and went and looked at her and then they're like, oh, what was that realtor we saw online? You want next time they go on Facebook, them to see that ad again.
Totally.
Wait, so
oh,
does
go ahead.
that, are you saying that like retargeting them, does that only happen with Ads Manager or that happens with Boost Ads
It
Manager?
doesn't, retargeting really doesn't happen with boosted posts.
Okay.
Unless you get to the point of where you've spent all your money in one location, like your targeted location, and it's still going, then they're gonna go cycle back through everyone in that location.
Okay. Copy.
Yes. Because in like Instagram boosted ads, there's not a learning phase. Whereas in Ads Manager, Meta's doing a learning phase for you and figuring out who's resonating with the ad and how to retarget them.
Okay. Understood.
And then eventually, okay, I'll add on to this. Eventually, like you would do, there are tiers of ads. So you would retarget manually too. So you would do like traffic. And then you would take that custom audience and in Facebook, I could do a follow-up to like the next steps of advertising, but you can take your custom audiences that have performed and click lookalike. So they're doing everyone in that audience, but like lookalike people who are, there's like maybe one thing off, but they're like in that same target. And then you could do like lead generation, or you could do sales conversion under traffic, or you could even do like traffic engagement, sales conversion.
Okay.
So that's, but Facebook will do it for you. But eventually, if you have like a huge audience, you'd want to do tiers, or like an e-commerce shop, you'd want to do tiers because oftentimes to get someone to purchase something, you have to hit them 7 to 10 times. And when you leave one ad running, I think they'll retarget 2 to 3 times the same people.
That sounds like so much, like so involved, like tears.
Yeah, I would say like small business owners, unless you're starting like a full-blown Shopify new website brand, you're not gonna get to the tiers. You're gonna hire someone before you get to the tiers.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna skip my second question because it's a little bit like specific, and maybe I'll just ask you about it separately after the call. But I did have a
I was
third
gonna
question.
say I can answer that question for you real quick. Non-copyright music.
No, I had an issue like last week where
Oh, with your ad. Yes.
I did a post for the first time. I'd never done it before, and it was a video. And it was like one of my neighborhood tours, and it said like, oh, change the music in order to boost this post because it's like, you know, this music's not allowed. So I put a new song, and then basically like the song played and no one could hear me talking. Like it took over the voiceover.
Oh,
Texted me from this group and she was like, I see your ad, but I can't hear anything you're saying. And she was like, oh, great.
yeah, that you would almost want to put in music behind your voice before you like upload it. Otherwise, that can happen, and that does happen. They'll like put the music over your voice, but if you import the video, and that's like the tricky thing of like they want you to create content on their platform, but then sometimes they F up and don't post your content correctly. But, or I would say like talking, leave the music out, like try to do one or the other to be clear.
Yeah. No, I think you have a point. I think because usually like, and I mean, I guess this could be beneficial for everyone because it should be how you request your videos from your videographer. Like I request my videos from my videographer with no music because I like to add a trending audio in the background on Instagram. However, probably good to request your videos from your videographer 2 versions. One with like light music that they put in the background that's, obviously not copyrighted, and you could still boost that versus, if you add it.
Do
Okay,
you
one
post on
I
Instagram
think
though?
that I was gonna say I think that CapCut has a good bit of music that's not copyrighted. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but if you put it in CapCut and then you use the music from CapCut, a lot of times they won't ever flag that music.
Or also like with specific, I mean, with my listing people we use, they give me a copy with music and without. And their music is like elevator music, but it's doesn't ever get copyrighted. It's like like I don't know. It's not cool, but it is a foolproof way. And it depends sometimes also if you do a trending audio, at first you can boost it and then someone will copyright the music and then your whole ad will like kind of get canceled. You'll get a notification.
Yeah, it just sucks because then it forces you to like pick one or the other. Like either you want to post it with a trending audio, which could really help it perform well, like on its own as a reel, but then you can't boost it, So I guess it's just the fun things of Instagram and Facebook. But okay, really quick, my last question is A/B testing necessary / worth it? I don't know if that's what you were talking about with like tiers, but if not, maybe
No.
like explain a little bit, because I did this whole like consultation, like consulting session with someone for ads before, and they showed me like step by step how to do the A/B testing, which they said was really important, but it was very, very involved and like very difficult.
Yeah. A/B testing is like for like an e-commerce business, you're gonna wanna do A/B testing for like product photos. You're gonna want to run an ad with like I don't know, a bunch of different like ads with your models and figure out like which photo is doing best and then like take whichever one wins. I think with real estate, you wouldn't need to do A/B testing. You can kind of simplify it on your own with like creating an audience, running an ad, looking at your insights and seeing, okay, I'm going to add this location, I'm going to add this portion of audience, and you can kind of test it yourself. That's why I also say like start with a small budget so you have time to make errors and tweak. Because A/B testing, you're going to have to go in, create 2 separate ads, link them, then cancel one. It's just more involved and kind of not necessary unless you're selling like 10 products.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
So our most recent teaser post, not the one that we posted today, the very first one that got over 14,000 views. As soon we did boost it, but as soon as it was boosted, we lost the cover photo. And then I tried to edit it so that I could change it and make it come back. And then we couldn't edit it. And so now it's just a white block. And I don't really know what to do about that.
Yeah.
You might not be able to do anything, but I was just curious if you had any insight. It could have just been like an Instagram glitch. But
I've never had that happen before. I guess like when you're going in to boost it, just double check. I'm sure you did that, like the cover photo doesn't look white. And if it does, I would click out, close your app out, and then do it again. Because there are glitches that happen like that. I've never seen that happen. And another thing I wanted to say, actually, I had a call with someone earlier. We were talking about this. When you boost, you're gonna see your like organic engagement drop because they're showing it to so many other people that the amount of people that are like they're showing it to 10,000 people and the amount of people that are going to engage is going to be like maybe 100 that are going to stop and take a look. So your engagement, like don't be surprised if you go into your insights after you boost a post and your engagement goes down. It's not your organic followers. It's them showing it to so many people and then you getting a certain amount of engagement. You want to be worried if you start losing followers. That means delete it. Like, but your engagement, they don't separate organic versus they're showing it to everyone as an ad. Any other questions? And also, like, if anyone has like any like personal questions, or you have like an ad that you really want to run and you want to ask questions to me about like how to build out an audience or what you should do or like start targeting, I will be open for like calls. So you can always email me at my work email, which is on, I think it's on the Power Haus Women website, right? Yes, it is. And we can set up a time. And I usually just, honestly, for a consultation, I only charge like $20 and we can go for a full hour. We can Zoom, you can share your screen, and I can help you move around whatever you need to and fix problems as well. Because Meta doesn't have a chat room, so you're kind of on your own once you have a problem, which is so frustrating. But also, I would just, if you're going to run ads, also make sure when they send you an email of like, we've updated our terms, don't delete that. Actually read it, because they change their stuff all the time.
Pat, this was unreal. There was a couple of people in the chat that were asking if they could hire you, if this is something that you do. So yeah, your real estate email would be the email to reach out if somebody had a question about. Perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm in the sphere, so I can also help you find someone that could do your whole account for you if you need. I can't right now, but I will help you in any way I can.
Phenomenal. This
This
was
was
awesome.
amazing, Kat.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
guys.
I already knew this was gonna be good, but you exceeded my expectations.
Oh, I love you guys. Thanks everyone for coming and listening to me ramble about advertising.
I'm so excited to get all my ads set up now.
Yeah,
We'll be
now I
texting
know.
you. We'll be
Yes,
texting you.
of course.
Thank
The
you
thing
so
I love
much.
about this group is it keeps everybody busy. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
have like one call or one little session, you're like, all right, write down my to-do list. What do I need to do?
You have a whole new project every month.
Literally, it's awesome though. Well, thank you so much, Kat. If anybody has any last minute questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, that was a really, really great masterclass. And thank you again, Kat, for sharing all of your wealth of knowledge with us about digital ads.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Kat.
Bye, guys.
Bye.